Oh, we've lost Hefty. We're back a second. There it is. Oh god.
Oh, it's that Chrome thing, isn't it?
No,
Yeah,
it's every time. Every time. As soon, and it's funny. I'm like, maybe it won't happen this time. And as soon as you hit it, you guys all frozen. I'm like,
But the thing is, it's only happened recently, though.
I know. Oh, I'm willing.
All right, then. So welcome back, everybody, to Paranormal Mysteries Live. Tonight, we are speaking to the man himself, Dave. I've waited for this show for so long. I cannot wait to get into this. What it's like to be married to a medium and some of the stories behind Kerry. It's going to be awesome. But, of course, every week we dedicate the show to somebody, and to Hefty's late friend Jason, who passed away the other week. Tonight's show is dedicated to him.
Thank you very much.
But yes, so we haven't got Nick tonight. Nick is at Fear Fest. I get that right?
Yeah, it was Salina, Kansas.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, it took them like 2 days, wasn't it, to get there, isn't it?
Yeah, they've been posting stuff for days on Facebook. They got Chantel.
Yeah,
got T-Bone. Boy, everybody's here. Don.
And Mr. Marty's got a million kids to look after, so he'll be popping into the chat at some point. Bless him. But yeah, so bear with me tonight, guys, please. I keep coughing.
He's got man flu.
There's Marty.
Here we go.
Dave, we know what I've got, don't we? We're on the same page. We know how bad it is.
This is then there's that
man flu.
Man flu.
No, I may look all right, but I am underneath. I'm in absolute clips, so please bear with me.
Now Amy's pulling my joke out there. There you go.
This is going to end badly tonight.
For you, maybe.
But so Dave, yes, how you been? How's everything? And yeah.
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me on. I'm very humbled, and it's an absolute pleasure to meet you all. So thank you very much. I think it would help if I explain my background before I explain anything about Kerry. I'm a Londoner. I'm 53. I was a salesman. I was always quite scientifically minded. My paranormal interests were always E.T., who really built the pyramids, what's under Antarctica, and so on. Books like Graham Hancock, Fingerprints of the Gods, all that sort of stuff. But as far as spirit and the paranormal were concerned, I was always an open-minded skeptic. So that's my background. And I just want to highlight the word was.
That's an interesting term, an open-minded skeptic. I don't think I've ever heard that term before.
I was like that. I know.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But no, what's it like to live with a medium? Well, without...
Well, we know the real Kerry.
Yeah.
I can say to you guys authentically that there are not the adjectives in the English language to describe it. Because the gift that Kerry has, and it truly is a gift, and I'm talking from a muggle's perspective here. I'm not psychic. I'm not able to do these things. Kerry has a gift which I would say, or go as far as to say, is divine. It's absolutely divine because of the help you give to other people. We've had people say, Kerry, we've been struggling with this for years and you've solved our problems in 5 seconds flat. We can't believe it. We can't believe what you get. I can't believe what Kerry gets. It's absolutely astonishing.
I totally agree with you there, Dave. Because I first saw Kerry on Instagram and that, and I've seen some of the stuff she was doing and that. And I've always before like seeing what you do, Kerry, I've always been very skeptical of mediums and stuff like that. And because there is a lot of fakes out there, unfortunately. But then after like seeing what you do, Kerry, then having you on the show, and then the stuff that you've done for me and Amy, especially Amy, like I'm 100% like believing now, like you, like Dave says, it is a gift.
It's exactly the same. It's 120% for me.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first met Kerry 13 years ago, and you said to me, I speak to dead people. And you said on the movies, right, I speak to dead people. You didn't quite word it that way. But the shock truly comes years later when you actually realise that Kerry is authentically speaking to dead people. And that's from a muggle's perspective. It's absolutely astonishing.
Now, I apologize for being Captain Interrupto here, Dave. But in one of the comments, my brother Rob, he one of the first times I met Kerry, she did a quick reading for me. And my brothers are as pragmatic and as logical minded as you can get. And definitely, like, not only did did Kerry make believers out of my brothers, but Tui wants a reading. So. Yeah, Nick is in Salina, Kansas. And you said Muggle, didn't you, Dave? Like a Muggle, like from Harry Potter?
Yeah.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
I'm a Muggle. Yeah, I mean, I haven't. I just read the questions.
I make beer disappear. That's my magic power. I make beer.
That's excellent. Well, because I see you guys doing it on Instagram. Like you doing the reading them out, and then Kerry doing her bit. It's like it works so well. It's bang on the money every time. It is brilliant. And what you guys do, what you guys do, it's excellent. Like you say, the help that you give to people is awesome.
As I say, like for me, I've been holding on to a lot of guilt.
Really helped you, yeah. Really helped.
Like
you.
when my grandma passed, and for me, it actually was a relief to realise that because I was always sorry for how she passed and for other personal reasons, and for Kerry to bring out and say that my grandma was saying that it's not on her, she doesn't want me to be sorry, anything like that, I need to let it go, was a great relief for me. And I get to really tearful about it as well.
Yeah, but naturally you would, but it's more tears of relief, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And I do say, I think that since you did that, Kerry, I think that your grandma has, it's kind of, there's this kind of like, I don't want to call it a weight, but it's like something's been lifted. She's like moved on. You can feel it. It's strange. I can't explain it. It's very difficult to explain, but it does feel like she's now definitely moved on. She's not lingering anymore. Which is brilliant. But
I hear this so many times with Kerry, actually. I get to read some of the readings. I get to hear from people. I've heard that, the relief part of it, 1,000 times.
Yeah. What I bring out sometimes from them when I'm doing an email reading and I'm putting it on paper, I think, should I write that? And I've learned from Dave to write everything. You
must write everything.
Because it's those bits that I've been going, I didn't quite hear it right. Should I put it? Because it seems to be every time. That's the golden nugget that they've been waiting to hear.
And I'm going to give you guys some examples in a minute.
Yeah, that's that logical side of you, Dave. That's like just write it down.
It works.
It's just write it down. It could be useful. You never know. Worst case scenario, you have it written down. You don't need it.
Yeah.
Or best case, so.
Yeah.
Well, people I used to always look up to are people like Brian Cox, who's a physicist over here. Used to be a singer, funnily enough, and he works on empirical evidence. He's very, very physics minded. But that guy also said he doesn't believe in ghosts or spirits.
I know, it's funny, isn't it?
Even though there is empirical evidence, and some of which I'll share with you, which I've got from Kerry. It's
definitely. You got a question for?
No, I was just going to say that, like, one good example, like Kerry, you said about you had something in your hand. It was cold, metallic, round.
That was crazy.
It was like it was engraved. Now, I didn't know this, but and this was for my dad. My granddad actually gave him two wristwatches, one of which is actually engraved from when he was a firefighter.
We didn't even know they existed,
and I didn't even know at all.
So
until my dad told me.
We couldn't have even hinted to you that. So, like, if you to bring that up, like,
that's
your proof. Like,
hear back, because when they do that to me, I don't always see the object. It's like I've got my eyes shut and they've put something in my hand, and I'm feeling it, and I'm desperately trying to get what it is, and I can feel, for example, it's cold and hard and metallic-y sort of feel, and then I can feel like the engraving when I'm running my fingers over it. So I can't always tell you what the engraving says, but I can feel this imprinted in this object, and it was a watch.
Imagine that for a moment. Kerry feels, sees, hears, smells. I can smell, like, for example, if someone's showing her a recipe from the spirit world, Kerry can smell that.
Yeah, I smell food.
That's crazy.
I've witnessed all of this, and from a person who was a skeptic, it is truly astonishing.
That's my bit. I've got I want a big question for you in a second, but before I lose it, Rob's got a question. He said, Dave, is it hard for you to surprise Kerry with anything? Like birthday parties or gifts and stuff?
I'll let you answer that, Kerry.
Or should you use her psychic abilities for personal gain?
Yeah, probably.
There has been times when I've known what I've got and I've allowed Dave to believe that I haven't.
Do you know
known
what?
it.
Now you've said that.
I
Now
know.
you've said that. Kerry had a drawing of the house that she was going to live in. It's identical to the one we're living in right now.
It's called
identical.
It's manifestation. I draw what I want, and every day I look at it and I go, I will have that, I will have that, I will have that. And yeah, we have this home that is what
So do you draw like £1 million and then just keeps...
I have written a check.
Come on, baby.
I have written a check, but yeah.
I think it was spells. You've written spells upon me, haven't you? Cast spells upon me.
Well,
That's freaking brilliant.
you manifested our house because you said it was going to be a house either detached or close to other houses with 2 white garages next to it. Believe it or not, that is what we're moving
Exactly
into.
the same. And said when we would be moving, when it's cold, and we'll be moving hopefully in November.
So,
Yeah.
So, but Ash was thinking nuts. The one question I want to say, though, that I wanted to ask you, Dave, is that what was it like when you first actually met Kerry, and did she was like, because you're a skeptic then, and she was like, oh, I'm a medium. Oh, what like went through your mind? Like, oh shit! Like,
well, I didn't think much about it at first, to be honest. I was like, okay, I'm open-minded. Fair enough. Didn't really believe you, especially when Kerry started talking about a story about the sparkles. You see, Kerry lives, breathes, eats, and drinks paranormal. Okay, and you've been doing it since you were a baby. Now, this is astonishing. Kerry told me a story about the sparkles. Have you told the guys yet?
No.
See, she doesn't tell you the half of it. She just doesn't.
She was saving it for the show.
You're so humble. And he's not boastful. That's what it is.
I find it all like, oh no, stop talking about me.
Let's just keep talking about Kerry like she's not here. This is working.
Kerry doesn't exist at the moment.
Yeah.
So when Kerry was a baby, how old were you?
I must have been a toddler, maybe 4 at the most. I can't remember the exact age.
And Kerry's telling me about this story. I was 4 years old, and every night in my room, I'd see the sparkles on the ceiling. So I will explain that. It was like stars, coloured stars. And it would get lower and lower, and then a hand would come down with a gift, and I'd have to try and catch the gift. It's like a game. I'm like, okay. But then all these years later, I see this book.
Does your child see sparkles?
Does your child see sparkles? And I look in the book, and exactly what Kerry described to me.
No way.
Someone else's experience, and so do other
in here.
children. Yeah,
That's
they end up
insane.
being mediums and stuff.
And it's absolutely astonishing. So Kerry's had this gift all her life. But I watch her, and as I see her working more and more with spirit in mediumship, you are getting better and better and better.
Yeah. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. Like,
Yeah.
I know T had asked, he's curious. Where is it? Curious as to Kerry's take on dreams and dreaming. I don't know if that's a book or a movie.
Well, if
or just he means dreams and dreaming. It's in quotations, so I figured it's the title of something.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean they do have meaning, but what I always say to people, like their dreams can mean personal things to themselves. So if they start writing like a dream book each night, so as soon as you wake up, because you know what it's like, oh, I had this dream last night, but 10 minutes later you've forgotten it. So if you wake up and you can write in your dream journal what you've got, over time you'll start thinking, okay, well I keep seeing this horse, and then how does this horse make me feel? Does it make me feel scared, happy, and you'll start getting symbols, and you'll start to be able to actually like do self-readings from your own dreams. Otherwise, you can buy books that will interpret and what dreams mean, and you can go from that.
Luckily, I have a friend named Kerry. Kerry, you saved me a lot of money.
You've got some weird dreams, Hefty.
I've got some, ever since I got those crystals, my dreams have been like, it started off as they were just gone. I wasn't dreaming anymore. And then they've slowly come back.
Yeah.
But they're less fantastic and more grounded in reality, and which sucks because in most of my dreams I'm working at a job that I hated.
Yeah.
And it's
You're
not
right.
just once or twice or 3 times or 4 times. This has been like a continuing thing.
Mhm.
And I don't know. That's
Start writing them down, and then
I'm
you might
going to
find.
start doing it. I'm big on my dreams. I've said to you guys before, like, I've always had this thing, I can control my dreams.
I used to do
But
that.
my dreams are insane. Like, I can't even describe. And I dream from when I fall asleep to when I wake up, right through, and I can remember all of them, like every time. There even get times where I get repeat dreams. So
Yeah.
I get repeat dreams
when I was
all
a
the time
kid,
now.
and I get the same dream pop up like 10 years later. But I know what's going to happen, and I can change what happens. It's weird. It's really weird. But I keep having this one recently while we're on dreams. I think I might have mentioned it before. So I keep getting, like, I'm going on a ghost hunt or whatever in a building, and there's always like a dark room or something, and something's calling me into this room all the time, and my mind's like to run away because I'm scared, but I get this fighting feeling to fight it, so I chase it, and I end up chasing it through the building, getting lost, and it ends up getting like into almost like a maze, and this thing's like almost taunting me in this maze, like, and I can't get out, and I keep getting that, but it's in different locations, but the same thing happens every time. And then I sometimes get this, like,
Yeah, it's the dolls. They're messing with you.
it could be, because they do say some of the dolls
Those dolls, I swear to God, man.
do give you what they call it, lucid dreams. Yeah, some of those.
Yeah, lucid dreaming. Yeah.
And I always get these ones where, like, I was back at home when I lived back at home in Saxby with my parents when I was younger, and I'll be in my bedroom, and from my bedroom they had like 3 doorways that went straight through to the bathroom, and it was at night, and I'd look up, and there's a guy in the bathroom, and it almost goes in slow motion. It would go. I think Nick might be with us in a second. It'd go in slow motion, and this guy would like turn around and look at me, and I know what's about to happen, and it would rush towards me, and like I would be extreme fear, wake up sweating, and I keep getting that.
Yeah,
Sorry
I
to go
will.
on, but I thought I'd just explain it.
Yeah, that just sounds. I know it's easy said that's to do with the dolls, but was it around? Did it all start around that time, or?
Dave, she's getting paid for this, right? Make sure Kerry's getting paid for this. This ain't free, everybody.
Yes. No, it's become more frequent since the dolls.
Since the bad ones. Yeah, I'd say it's probably linked to that. I can't really tell you what else that's going to mean, because it just sounds like they want to scare you. So
But it's almost like I'm fighting them. Like, I'm not going to get afraid of them. Or is that just my body's instinct to?
Yeah, that's you coming in going, no, this is what I do now, and like I'm going to be big and strong and brave against all this, and like you're fighting sort of things going on.
Has he watched the movie Chucky?
Chucky, yeah.
Dave, cool glasses, by the way.
There's one reason I don't
got
want to
good
go
taste in glasses.
Whereas, for instance, like for me, I don't get bad dreams, and I've almost built like a wall in myself because I'm not as, let's say, addicted. Because I grew up with it all my life. I don't need it to be proven to me anymore that there's ghost spirits out there. I'm quite happy with what I know.
Yeah,
you're very addictive. You want to know more and more and more and more.
I have a very addictive personality.
Whereas
very
I
addictive.
kind of put like a protective wall on myself to ward off and say, like, no, this is my personal space.
Yeah,
I'm not going to affect it. Whereas you're too open now.
But yeah, so that's dreaming.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just real quick, Chantel has said in a couple different ones that she's had really vivid dreams, where she can dream, wake up, and then come back and continue, which I've actually experienced before.
I can do that. Yeah.
I've woken up from a dream into a dream. So I've had false awakenings before, which is extremely off-putting.
Yeah.
I get that a lot as well.
It's amazing. And then again, she had one about a repetitive dream.
It's weird. I think dreams, we could do a whole show on it, because it's like,
oh, that's a good idea. We should do that. All right, let's get back to Dave and Kerry real quick.
Who likes the falling dreams?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no. The ones where you go
I
jump.
love that sensation. You know,
I've never had one.
You never had a falling dream? Oh, I love it.
Oh, it's hot. You love it.
I love it.
I've had dreams of dying, but not falling. I've died several times in my dreams. But then
I haven't died.
Yeah, I have as well.
Yeah.
But I had my brother say goodbye to me in a dream. My brother passed away in 2000. And he would come to me. I didn't think so back then, Muggle. He'd come to me in my dreams. He'd be in my dreams, and I'd hug him, and Ted, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Brilliant. And there was one time that he came to me and said, look, I've got to go now. I don't know, please don't go, please don't go. And he went, and I haven't seen him in a dream since. So whatever he's gone on to do, now I know. Good luck to him.
Oh, we've definitely got. We've definitely got to do a dream.
Yeah, we're going to do a dream show.
We've got to do a dream show. Dave, you've got to come back on for the dream show.
Yeah. 100%.
We've definitely got to do this. So you're saying about obviously Brian Cox and that, and he doesn't believe in ghosts, and you was going somewhere. I'm sorry, we cut you off when you was in the middle of that.
No, well, it brings me on nicely, actually, because Brian Cox works on empirical evidence, what you see, what you witness. So I'm going to do the same tonight, what I've seen and what I've witnessed. It's no good me sitting here and saying, oh, yeah, Kerry's a brilliant medium, and everyone out there just taking it, oh, yeah, okay, she is. Yeah. I'll explain the things that I've seen, or some of the things that I've seen and heard. And bear in mind, I've seen a lot of the readings, and a lot of people be absolutely gobsmacked. But I'm just going to share a few with you.
Oh, definitely.
And one of them was not necessarily a reading for me. Some of you guys might have heard this if you've watched our lives. But my dad passed away 3 years ago now, 3 years ago in June. And because I had a young lady who was a medium, I thought I might be able to do something about this. And I sat down with my parents in London. So Kerry was all the way over here in Somerset. I was in London. It was just me, my mum and my dad. And I said, my dad had cancer, sadly, and it wasn't good. And I sat us down at a table and I said, look, guys, I want to know that you're okay. If the first of us goes over there, whether it be me, my mum or my dad, I want to know that we're okay. And so what I devised is, I said, we all have a secret word that only us three know. And we each have an individual word. And if that word just somehow comes through from anyone, then I'll know. Well, here's the astonishing part, and it really is. I'll probably well up in a minute, actually. My dad picked a word, and it's an American word. It's not a British word. It's a very, very long name. And he said, this is the first word that I learned at school. And he sang it out to me, sang the letters out to me. I said, okay, yeah, that'll be your word, Dad. My mum picked one and I picked one. And Kerry still doesn't know what those two are. Yeah. Only my mum and I know. And it came to my birthday morning. My birthday's on October the 8th. You can all make a note if you like. October the 8th. And it was in the morning. It was the October after my father's passing, wasn't it? Birthday. My first birthday. And it was 7:30 in the morning, 8 in the morning. Kerry had dumped some presents. We're still sitting there in bed and I'm sitting upright. And Kerry starts singing. And she starts singing, MISSISSIPPI.
Mississippi?
And okay. I literally went white. Absolutely. I just went stiff. And I thought, is that a song that's on the radio at the moment? I've never heard that. And so to qualify, I turned around to Kerry and said, Kerry, why are you saying that, love? And she said, oh, my spirit guides just keep on telling me to say it. And I burst out into tears, didn't I? I cried. The best birthday present I had ever had in my life, because that was my father's word. That was it. And that was the first word he learned at school.
And that for you is
I think I'm going to start crying before Dave will. Holy mackerel.
That's personal for you, though. And I think that's
shockingly personal, yeah.
That's amazing.
Absolutely gobsmackingly amazing. And at that point, I knew he was okay. And Kerry does this for so many people.
Yeah,
I've just been put at rest with that. That's you know, I know my dad's there. I know he's okay.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say, to be honest.
Shocking.
Yeah, it is, and it just proves more and more.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Shut up.
Like for me, I've always before I've been a skeptic. I've been 100% skeptic. I thought, because when I met you as well, you said you went to a medium, and I said, yeah, they're all a load of shit. They can just you see it with like magicians and stuff. They can read you and all this stuff and all that stuff. Oh, my man Nick might be on. Here he is.
Hi guys.
My brother from another mother. This one.
How are you doing?
He doesn't know what I'm talking about.
He does not. As soon as you said that, Dave, I was like, he has no idea what you're talking about, but he's gonna shit his pants when he sees that.
How's it going, Nick? How's it going?
It's going great. Right now, I'm, of course, broadcasting here from Fear Fest. I mean, obviously, we don't have a lot of people, but I've been having a lot of fun. And I thought I'd jump on for just a few minutes, just so in some way you guys could be part of Fear Fest.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Thank you, bro. And you should probably broadcast from there from now on because you are coming through loud and clear. No stuttering.
Usually.
The drive looked like it was beautiful. It looked like you and Jared were having a great time. So I'm really glad. Road trips are awesome.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, it was entirely.
Oh,
you're Dylan, aren't you?
I need
Nice to meet you, Dylan.
Guy's like a
He's like a famous guy.
he's like a celeb. Everyone knows Nick.
Get my autograph.
Every freaking buddy knows Nick.
Oh, Nick, playing a laugh with Nick.
Where's Marty, by the way? I don't see him.
In the comments, I think.
You pissed him off.
Oh, let me guess. Wait. Let me get it. He's fired, isn't he?
No. He no. He'll be back. He's figuring some stuff out with the situation noise wise and stuff. So
Okay. I don't know what the hell that was.
Someone's just been shot.
You guys heard that, right?
nope.
I have no idea what that
That's
was.
why they call it Fear Fest.
That's right.
So what are you doing at Fear Fest? What's going on there?
See, originally, you guys probably saw I was trying to come on a few minutes ago because I was trying to broadcast through the phone, but of course, the connection didn't go so well. I wanted to actually show you guys what I had on the boot tape. Well, I might be able to still do that with the laptop. Here, I'm going to pick it up so you guys can check it out for yourselves. And Adam, this will be right up your alley. Hang on a
Show
second.
me, baby. Show us what you got.
Booth table, like this.
This is cool.
Oh, what's that on there?
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome.
So that's what it's like to be on the other side of a booth table.
Inside view into being a celebrity, isn't it?
I actually came at a really good time, too, because they're not speaking right now on the stage, so I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to come on. So, and actually, Steven was the one who told me, he's like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be on your show right now.
Yeah, I think Steve, wait, was he in there?
Yeah, he was watching for a bit because he was.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, Steve, there he is.
When he came up to me, he had the show running. I was like, I'm with you guys. I'm not sure what to do, but seeing that no one's speaking right now, I thought this would be a perfect opportunity, like I said.
No, good on you, dude. Like,
How long is the Fear Fest going on for?
We opened our doors up at 11 o'clock, so right now it's already 2:30, so we've been open for a few hours now. We haven't really gotten a huge crowd, which I kind of expected because it's the middle of the day, it's Friday, people are, adults are at work, kids are still in school, so we'll probably have either a later turnout later today or most likely tomorrow. But it's kind of a good thing because that kind of does keep the social distancing, if you will.
What other booths do you have?
What other booths that we have? I'm actually with Jeremy's booth table, so I could turn the camera again. So this is the whole thing. Tammy's actually in it, so in case you ask, you don't have to get up.
oh, that's
Hello,
sweet,
lady.
yeah.
That's Tammy right there.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Then we got Jeremy's stuff he's selling. He's selling Things shirts,
Oh.
Things masks,
My
Don't show me,
favorite
'cause I want to
John
buy things.
Things bumpers, and
What?
wristbands and
Buy
cards.
things. I want things. Where can I
Oh,
buy
that's
things?
cool, man.
Here we go.
Shopping.
I was hoping Jeremy was going to be around, so he could say something about it, but he's really busy at the moment.
Oh,
So-
that's awesome.
Great.
That is awesome. Excuse
Nick,
me.
you need to check the group Facebook shit because
The photo.
there's a photo we found of you.
Yes, while you're here.
Yeah,
A photo?
Oh yeah.
This is
Dave actually found it.
That
Really?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Nick.
Nice to finally meet you, Dave.
That might be another good show, actually. Doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
We've
isn't
got a
this-
couple of shows left,
It's
right,
the
is that
picture
right?
that's in there. It's the dude that on the left hand side with the long hair that
It's
looks
you.
exactly
It's you.
like you.
It's a picture of you.
Oh,
This is this is in the group chat?
On
Yeah.
for
Older
face
version
on the
of you.
Facebook one.
Yeah. Older
Okay,
version.
hang on.
Can we pull that up for everybody? Dave, well, first of all, Dave, are you comfortable with us pulling that up?
Of course, yeah.
On the,
why not?
can you pull that up, Tom?
Yeah, how long ago was it? How long ago did you guys send it?
So I'm gonna bring it up, Nick.
An hour, maybe, not even.
An hour ago. Okay.
Not 2:29, somewhere around there. 2:30.
I'm not seeing it right now. I'm still looking
2
though.
seconds. I'll see if I can drag it up for you.
Might have to send it again because for some reason, I'm not seeing it.
You know what,
Right.
Nick? You're such a sweet dude. We're gonna make Tom do all the work for you.
Bear with me. It should be coming up now.
Oh, it is.
All right, ready? Can we zoom in on the guy?
Can you zoom in on
Okay,
the
hang-
phone?
Oh, you have no idea. Let's see if we can.
All right,
get
let's
in
see
on
what
this.
show me what you got.
It's an older
Show me
version
what
than
you
you,
got.
Nick, by the way.
That's as big as it'll go.
Uh,
Hang on.
Oh, that's a shame. Can't see the face.
Bear with me. I'll try and get a better view.
Yeah, try and crop it.
Oh, here's
You
Howard.
live?
Yes, we
There's
are.
that live thing going
How you
on
doing?
in there.
Yes, live as a speed
Guys,
West.
first time meeting Howard.
Howard.
I make gumbo.
I eat
Everybody eat my
gumbo.
gumbo.
I eat gumbo. Crawfish pie.
Very delicious.
The rage
I'll bring
Cajun.
y'all some. I'm gonna share with
Yeah, bring him some gumbo.
I'm gonna bring some.
I want some red beans and rice, boy. Shoot.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bubba Gump shrimp.
Oh.
I can't get it any bigger.
I do have the image on. I do have the image on my
Zoom up
phone.
the face, Nick.
Nick. That is
Which
You.
person am I searching?
on
Which
the
person?
The one that looks like you.
With the white shirt?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, this guy.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
The lady.
Yes, Nick.
The lady. Nick, that's my late brother. And each time
Really?
I look at you,
Yeah.
each time I look at you, I'm because you're like the younger version.
Oh my God! Wow!
Yeah, that's
It is,
crazy, man.
wow.
That is you.
Even my mum was looking at the show and she went, "Oh, Justin, you look like Teddy." That's my brother's name, Teddy.
Bless you.
Wow!
Shocking.
So one of my reincarnated or something?
Yeah,
It is incredible how close you are.
Yeah, Tui, I'll show you the picture when you get home because it really doesn't do it justice on the show. But I'll show you.
Definitely.
Yeah, but like I said, it's been really quiet right now, but it's I've been having a lot of fun, and I was hoping and Kerry, before I forget, I've been looking all over the place for Dorothy and Toto, and I still haven't found them.
Did you find any tornadoes for Chantel?
I wish, but I actually do have something I'm going to show you guys on my phone. This occurred 3 days ago, right before we came
If
here.
this is you and Jer in the same bed in the hotel room, I don't.
No,
wanna
it's
see
not.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
it. Yeah, Kerry wants to see it. I'm good on that.
No, it's not.
I
It's
saw
not.
it on your Lonely Fans page.
Here we go.
Okay, hang on.
Oh,
one
what?
sec.
Just because he's at a con, you don't think I can bust his chops? Please, come on. It's because I love you, buddy.
Check this out. This occurred 3 days ago near Salina.
Oh, wow.
You'll get a full view. There it is.
Look at that.
That's crazy, man.
Wish we were there 3 days ago.
You wish you was there.
that's that Twister film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nick's like it.
that's where Wizard of Oz takes place in Kansas. No music yet. I mean, I didn't hear any music from that video, sadly.
So how many more days are you there for?
We're here today and tomorrow. So we leave on Sunday. So, and again, like I said, I was going to say the drive was not really that bad. I mean, from Chicago
Looks like you
to
have beautiful weather.
Chicago to Salina was only about a 10-hour drive, and yeah, the weather was great. I mean, we didn't make it a one-day drive because we knew how far it was. Because my dad was actually the one who was taking me first. He was to the town of Gilman, which is where I was going to be meeting Jeremy. Then I drove with him. We met up with someone who lived in Peoria, and we were there for about 2 hours, and we took another 5-hour drive down to Columbia, Missouri, which is where we stayed the night. And then we woke up the next morning. We kept going. We got here about 3 o'clock. So
Nice.
that's why I've also been doing those live feeds too, because a lot of times I've been in the hotel room by myself, and I'm usually not used to doing that. So I thought, I'll talk to a few people before I go to bed and give them my status.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Nick. Wish we could be there. Like,
I wish you guys were here too, because again, it's been a lot of fun.
Do you have any questions for old Dave?
Oh, we got guys meet Scott.
Hello.
What's up, dude?
I'm just the old man running around here causing problems.
That's me on the show typically.
I think you should stream from there every week, Nick. Just
Yeah,
stay
this is
there.
like the best thing.
I know, right there. It's funny. It's almost like I said that earlier.
You should travel to this. You should travel there every Friday just for the show.
This is probably the coolest.
There he is, the beard, the myth, the
Jeremy,
legend.
wait, they're calling you. They're mentioning you on the show. This is the other show.
I don't know. Dude, my
series.
beard has beard envy. I have to hide my beard.
They were mentioning it just a second ago. Guys, here's Jeremy.
Yeah, it's Jeremy.
Howdy.
Jeremy, what's going on, brother? My beard is scared of yours, so it is hiding, sir.
Sorry, the volume's a little bit.
Yeah, I have a hard time hearing.
Oh, no problem, man. Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to finally meet you, brother.
This is a gumbo.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to show you theirs. Everybody's got it off the screen. Everybody's eating my gumbo. They love my gumbo.
Yeah, put some Gorilla Glue in that, Nick.
Put some.
Of course,
Howard, did you just hear that?
Describe
Put some
him
Gorilla
as
Glue in
something
that.
that rhymes with gumbo, but we're not going to go there. So, anyway, getting ready to eat some lunch. Good meeting you guys.
Nice meeting you too.
We'll chat again soon.
Absolutely, brother.
Where are you there, Nick? Are you Kansas there?
Yeah.
Kansas, UK here. That's amazing.
Hold on one second, because the way I've been able to listen to you guys is every time that you show up, I have to put the headphones on.
Benjamin Button.
Marty? Wait, who's that?
He's actually abusing himself now. Marty is now abusing himself.
Hold on, he might he might actually still be having problems.
Yeah, well,
there he is.
Hey,
You made it.
Hey.
we got a whole crew tonight.
We'll explain that later.
So, guys that don't know, yeah, well,
I figured I'd do it. I figured I'd do it to myself before anybody else did it.
So the whole crew is here.
yeah.
It's quiet for the time being. So
Okay.
let's see if we can get through this.
It's quiet through the time being, too, right now, because no one's speaking. So I chose a good time to come on.
Real quick, Nick, did you have any questions? Because we were talking about what it's like to be married to a medium, and Dave has shared some crazy stories already that are just like, dude, right in the feels, and like, it's amazing. Just some of the stuff that we've heard so far.
Oh, man. I didn't.
No pressure.
I'm actually on a show right now.
How did an old man like me meet a beautiful girl like you?
Jeez, I mean, I've just been thinking. I haven't really thought about questions. I mean, because again, I've been so busy with all this, but it might have to wait. So hopefully next time. But most importantly, though, like I said, it's great to finally meet you, Dave.
It's great to finally meet you too.
This just in. Nick is fired.
Well, shall
Tell
I
that to
share
Stephen.
some more empirical evidence with you?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah,
Please,
okay. So readings wise, so just on the paranormal readings, your mediumship. So many stories. You've just heard the Mississippi one. Nick was just talking about how many hours he's driven across the United States. For people who don't know that, the United States is a huge place. It's absolutely
It is.
vast.
Mm-hmm.
And on that subject, Kerry did a reading for a young lady in America, in the United States. Kerry doesn't know the geography of the United States. She doesn't know city names. She's got, apart from New York, let's say.
Yeah.
And her dad came through, didn't he? And it turned out he was either a firefighter or a policeman. But Kerry said, I'm seeing a tattoo on his arm, and I'm seeing him at a football game. I don't necessarily agree it's called football, by the way.
Exactly.
So, no, Kerry saw this tattoo on the arm. And I said to Kerry, describe it to me. And she said, well, strangely, it's an Indian head, and it's red and black only.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Exactly. I said,
could be.
I know that logo. I know that logo. It's the Chiefs.
I don't do sports.
The guy was a Chiefs fan, and you got the town. Was it? Where did he live?
It was about 100 readings ago.
But that's a tattoo that she has no idea. Kerry has no idea what that is, and I knew what it was. And her dad turned out to be a top fan. And Kerry actually said, "Oh, your dad goes to a football stadium and he still watches them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
How about
amazing. And on the subject of tattoos, we had a young lady from the UK, do you remember? And she said, Kerry said, I've got your granddad here, and he's showing me a tattoo on a forearm. So, okay. But Kerry said, you're just going to have to take this. He keeps on showing me the tattoo disappearing and then coming back, disappearing, coming back, disappearing, coming back. Well, again, the girl went as white as a sheet because she had a tattoo on her forearm here, and it's of her. It's a silhouette of her.
Oh, wow.
But when you put a UV light on it, it's her granddad hugging her.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
I've seen those. I've seen those tattoos,
crazy.
and that blows my mind.
I didn't even know they existed.
No, I didn't know.
I didn't know. I've heard recently about them, but I didn't know that people got them done.
Mm.
And for you to pick that up as well, that's
Yeah,
something as well that every
bring
day
your,
you should know about. Even
bring
if
those
you
with
see
you.
them.
You know, sadly, I did not bring those with me, Adam, but I did bring something else as an alternative. Hang on, let me see
Oh, what are we gonna
if
get?
it's just
With Gorilla
right.
Glue, I won't be surprised.
No, it's not Gorilla Glue.
All right.
It's actually something. This is actually something I can eat. Check this out.
Oh, what's
Oh,
that?
that's gnarly.
That's
They're
Ouija.
Ouija board.
Ouija mints, yeah, and they are
Ouija mints.
Oh, what are the ones?
Ouija planchette mints.
Oh,
Listen,
my
dude,
God.
I really don't think you should be eating those. That's probably a really bad idea.
Ouija mints.
Yeah, I know I'm getting myself in trouble for this.
It's cool, Nick. Did you get that there at the Fear Fest?
No, actually, it's from Spirit Halloween.
Oh,
You got some good places there. We just get like a tin of sweets and a
it's in
shitty,
the range.
a shitty bloody witch that's made out
Tiny
of
little
fabric.
corner.
Marty,
We need that.
Are you
Don't
in
we,
tonight?
guys?
Yeah, I mean, where did I go? I went to a shop today somewhere to get some food. All they had was literally a few tins of sweets. That was the Halloween.
Oh, wow.
Section. It's like,
They need to open some Spirit Halloween stores for the UK.
we need.
I mean, come on, let's spread the fun.
I think we do. But they're like really hard to find.
Yeah.
I sent you a photo, Adam.
I mean, they've been around now since 1983. You would have thought by now they would have gone international. So, and I used to work there, for 3 years. And I'll tell you right now, working at Spirit Halloween is a lot of fun. I mean, there's even some days that we don't even have to do anything. We just literally just holding down the fort. So put it this way, it's like the only job that I know that you could actually get paid just to sit around and do nothing. It's good money.
Beat. I got that beat. That's for another show.
I've got a good question for you, Kerry. Also, did you have a question?
I was going to have a question, sir. I can wait.
No, you say.
Oh,
You forget.
Forget that
You
part.
got a bad memory. Go on, audio.
Here we go. That's why you guys
I'm
tune
ill.
in. This is why y'all
I'm ill.
tune
I'm ill.
in.
Leave me
She
alone.
gonna hit a sick dude. She gonna hit a sick dude. Let's see this.
I haven't heard about your job yet, Rob.
What's the biggest freakiest thing that's happened in your house, Dave?
Oh,
That's a good
got a
question.
few written down. Got a few written down. Actually, I've got an aid memoir here because my memory's terrible. I'm old. You've got to forgive me. The usual thing that happens around us, and this is very, very common, is in bed at night and footfall around the bed and in the ensuite. And it's not just a creak or a set of creaks. We are talking around the bed, and a sort of kind of sometimes cold feeling, sometimes like an electrical static feeling.
Yeah. Clicking.
And I've got a great story actually about thinking about it.
Definitely. Yeah.
There was one night that I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Now the thing is, I woke up 5 seconds before something fell on the floor in the ensuite. So maybe it was footfall that woke me up. But anyway, I woke up and something in the ensuite went donk on the floor. So having ascended from a muggle, you might say, I went in there with my smartphone and I started recording. And I was half asleep and I tried to find the WAV file for you guys tonight, but I couldn't find it. And we got a Class A EVP, didn't we?
Yeah.
I went in there and said, anybody here? We just what's your name? And strangely enough, it was Tom. There was a name. It said Tom, but out loud, very, very
Oh.
loud, and there was someone there.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's something strange that happens quite regularly here.
It's like they were saying, "Oh, you're going to meet a Tom."
Or that's
But weirdly, I think it was in my own voice, which sounded very like me, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I've had your name in the house as well out loud, Kerry.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit weird.
well, it's like the mimic with Amy.
Yeah.
That was mimicking
We get that.
Amy's voice.
Just
We
like
get that a lot.
And
Yeah.
that bowling ball that was mimicking Marty's hairline.
We've had voices above the bed. Literally.
I'm sorry, Marty. It's been
Dude,
like
your
5
hairline's no better than mine.
I haven't got any hair. What are you talking about?
You're right.
Look at this. I mean,
Oh,
come
man,
on
it
now.
hurts when it's on the other side. What's up, Ethan?
Yeah, Nick's got enough hair for everybody.
But no, we've had voices above the bed, directly above us, and it could be Kerry or Mum, and I'm thinking, oh, the kids are up. Just to sort of open my eyes to try and see one of the children there. No child, and I turn over. Did you hear that, Kerry? This was in the early days. Yeah, don't worry, I get that all the time, and we do. What else? Oh yeah, the one that you don't like, chewing noises around the bed.
Yeah, that was freaky. Yeah.
She's gonna kill you. You better stop that, Dave. I can see the anger running in her eyes.
It's only because the chewing noise.
There's a scientific terminology for that. For certain noises, and I just watched a video on it not too long ago. But it is an actual thing. Like people can't stand the sound of certain noises.
Yeah,
chewing is one of the biggest ones.
You're breathing.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Wow, Amy, Jesus! Dude, look, if you're gonna kill him, the evidence is all adding up now.
Yeah, really. Just like I don't like the sound of you breathing. Stop breathing.
I don't like the sound of you talking.
She tells me at night, stop breathing. It's annoying me. I cannot help but breathe. It gets to the point she'll even get the blanket and put it over my face to stop me breathing.
Oh, turn over.
Well, I think the signs are there where you need to do something, man. She's trying to off you in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
If I'm not on the show next week, someone please call the police.
Benjamin got shush. Give away my phone.
Poor Dave. He's like, I wasn't ready for this.
I could tell.
It isn't actual the chewing noise that I don't like because people, it's because this goes back to another experience of ETs visiting me. So that's a UFO sort of thing. And when they visit it, they stand up into my bed making this sort of noise. So that won't be a spirit.
I don't think I want to meet one now. They're not going to do that yet.
Chewing on your toes.
That's them licking your lips because they know they want to okay, where do I start? The leg, the thigh, the wing.
David,
Marty will know about this actually. We've done a few C5 meditations here.
Yeah, we haven't.
Stephen Greer C5 meditation.
Oh yeah. The Stephen
We've done
Greer
that here,
meditations,
and
yeah.
activity just goes.
Yeah, you should try.
Really?
It.
But I think Kerry's a magnet for activity. That's the truth.
Yeah.
They want to come and talk, don't they? That's the thing.
Spirit people, yeah.
We see shadows as well, plenty of shadow movement. That's something we saw just last week. We were both in the kitchen, daylight, and we've got a little dog, little Jack Russell.
I know, he's adorable.
We lost one 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, it's got to be now.
Got to be now, isn't it? And I saw a dog next to me, just here. And bear in mind, like I've said before, I'm a muggle, but I saw this dog next to me here. And then my dog started coming down the stairs. So it wasn't my dog. And I said, I swore I saw our dog. Oh, I saw him too. And that brings us on to the video that we sent you guys. Have you got that video?
In your actual private message, I sent you some videos and pictures.
Yeah, go back.
Because there is a spirit
I don't know
video.
why I'm looking at it. Let me see.
Oh man,
narcissist.
Well, no, it's not actually. It's not when you point it out. It's a spirit video. What Kerry was doing, she was playing with her daughter's phone, and she had a new phone, and our daughter's laying there, and if you look at seconds 4 to 6, or it might be 5 to 6, and you're looking at the edge of the sofa, which is a block, you will see something quite white run around that.
Oh wow!
Right. Now, this is going to really get you because we've just lost our dog. Our dog was that size, and that's how quick he would come in the room. Now, have a look at the dog that's there in the background. Look at something. Go from the kitchen and around the sofa.
Right, I'm going to try and bring it on the screen for you guys to actually see it. I've got it up
really
big.
good.
Yeah, sure.
Here we go.
You have to play it a couple of times, I think.
And try and put the cursor, Tom. Put the cursor on the part of the sofa that I'm looking at, the bottom part of the sofa there.
Yeah.
No, corner left.
The darker part.
There, down the bottom.
Oh, here.
No, to the corner, to the left.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah, I
runs
see
round
it.
back at second 5 to 6.
Does it play?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Now
Wow.
replay it and replay
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
and
yeah.
watch
Yeah,
the
play that
dog,
again.
and then
I didn't
into
see the whole
sofa,
thing.
watch the dog.
It's like translucent almost. It comes right around.
Look where the dog's looking, and look at the dog
Oh,
following
yeah,
its head
yeah,
all
yeah,
the way
sorry.
around.
Yeah, sorry.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
That's our
Man.
little dog. I'm
You can see
guaranteed.
stuff coming from the top right of the screen above
Yeah.
the dog. Too.
Yeah.
I think
Wow.
Faye's a vampire.
Oh,
She's like
yeah.
eating that dog.
Yeah, that's,
That is
That is
really
really
interesting.
Yeah.
You've seen that like white spot appear right above the brown dog.
Yeah, in the curtains.
There's one here, then and this. That's crazy. That is. I've never seen anything like that.
I saw that with my own eyes. I was like,
Yeah,
whoa,
that's the
hang on a
point.
minute. Like,
Yeah.
I just saw something. I wonder if I called it.
That's the point to make. You see, it wasn't just caught on the digital camera.
So it wasn't like
Could you have
Terry
that one more
saw
time,
that through the
please?
glass viewfinder.
Right.
He saw that and thought, I wonder if he's
Don't worry
picked it
about it.
up.
Don't worry about it. I'm sorry.
No, it's right. It's right.
I had to see that one more time. I'm
So
sorry.
you're looking, it'll
I'll
literally.
send
It
it again.
shoots
Yeah, but
around
but now that I've been concentrated on that corner, I want to look.
What's the dog?
and watch the dog.
Yeah.
Nicky, you got like a party going on behind you.
That's actually Jeremy's screen right next to me. He's having, his things video play, and you probably heard the Halloween theme song playing. It's been playing different horror film themes.
That goes through the couch.
That's crazy.
insane.
That is freaking crazy.
Wow.
That's the little dog in question we lost.
I've
That's
sent a picture as well.
tiny little Archie.
Yeah, you got,
Yeah.
you got a picture.
So I'll bring. I'm just gonna stop sharing so you guys don't see anymore.
Oh, look who's back.
I got me another bowl of gumbo.
So yeah, this.
You gotta love Howard.
I love
Indeed,
anybody from
too.
Louisiana.
Oh,
So
Joe.
Whoa.
I was experimenting with stuff.
That's crazy.
What?
I was experimenting and asking for the spirit world to come forward so I can photograph them. And my little dog came forward.
That's
See
insane.
it.
Unbelievable.
I don't even need you to point it out. That's so obvious. Like,
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
it.
And to augment the story, what Charlie really was Kerry's dog. Kerry was everything to Charlie. Charlie was your shadow.
Yeah.
And if anyone would come back, I think it would be that little dog.
That's absolutely
We've
nuts.
seen him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like some of the best big evidence I've seen. Like
I've got
That
some
really
photographs
is.
Clear.
like that.
Like you can
Like
see it
him.
clear, defined. The dog
You
nose,
can see the
smile,
actual
the eyes.
face.
Yeah.
See, Kerry doesn't tell us any of this, Dave. She none of these stories ever come forward ever. I'm
She's
just seeing,
too
like,
humble.
walking around
She
my
doesn't
house.
want to speak about her, so I'm going to do it for you.
Yeah, I know.
Well, think about this. I
She's
mean, if she's been, I don't want to use the word dealing with this, but if she's been experiencing this ever since she was a really young kid, the amount of stories that she could possibly throw out there are like endless.
Yeah.
I
If,
am
and you can't
Still doing
expect
it
her to
today.
remember every single one.
No,
too,
I am
would
writing
think.
a book, but I'm
Okay.
dyslexic, so I need Dave, who's really good at English, to sort of go through it. But he's also writing a book for himself, so we're trying to sort of. It is going to happen, but it's not going to happen for a while.
That's why I see Kerry's readings. It's not because I'm nosy.
Well,
I never alter them. I just correct the English is what
yeah,
I do.
you
Yeah.
help me, don't
Right.
you?
That is
I would love to read both of those books, but I have to learn how to read first. So.
Wait.
Marty,
I
can
gotta.
you help me out with
Adam,
this
I
one,
need
Marty?
to
I
ask
can
you.
teach you. Yeah, come on.
Adam, I
we'll-
need
we'll
to
do
ask you
classes.
if you need to know if you need to learn how to read, then how the hell did you read those audiobooks of scary stories of tribute to terror, which I have, by the way?
What we got?
How are you able to read this then?
See, it's easy. I have a Tui, and Tui read them to me I have my earbud in, and he would just tell me what to say in the earbud, and then I would speak it into the microphone.
Doesn't this though, Dave? Like, you know, with all this going on in your house, doesn't this like freak you out a bit, or is it comforting knowing that Kerry's like so used to it that she's like, oh yeah, it's just that.
It's been the biggest comfort to me to know that my dad's okay and my brother's okay. Yeah. It's the biggest comfort. And what got me onto it in the first place, obviously Kerry was a medium and she was telling me that she did this, and I was like, okay. But we went on holiday to the Palma, and I'd forgotten to take any reading material. So I stole Kerry's book, which is this one.
Oh, okay.
This is Ina Twig Medium, and this is probably the most famous medium, or one of them in the UK for physical. And I thought, well, I'll pick it up. It's something to read. I'll read about it. But it's astonishing. It goes with one of your previous shows where you were talking about Army, Navy, Airmen, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because as I started to read this, and I'm listening to Ina Twig and the people sitting for her, and she's doing physical, and that she's getting spirit through her, literally, in different languages that she doesn't even know. There are some really noteworthy names in this book. And one of them is the Dowding family. For the USA guys who don't know, the Dowding family here were the head of the RAF in the Second World War. And we're talking about people with moustaches and stiff upper lips that don't stand for any nonsense.
I hate people.
Yet these guys, these people believed in what Ina Twig was doing, because these things were coming through. In fact, there was apparently, according to the book, there's a hangar, and I think Dowding was in the hangar, and there was a bomber crew in spirit in the hangar, and the bomber crew saw him pick something up, or saw something pick something up, but it was Dowding in life, and they were shocked as if they had seen the ghost. So in the converse,
that's crazy.
That's insane.
Wow. That's crazy.
Like, you guys, there's a place I'm actually going to in November. I've been a long time ago with my dad. It's a place called East Kirkby, and they've got a Lancaster there that's been recreated. Guys that don't know it, Lancaster was the RAF's bomber in World War II. And these
Royal Air Force. I
Royal
just realized
Force.
what that stood for. I'm American. I apologize.
I already knew that.
They've rebuilt it. Go there,
that's Dragon Camp.
And at night they do a run up, like as if it's going on a bombing raid. And I went there as a kid, and even that's before I was even into paranormal at all. And even then, thinking back to it, it's so eerie, because what they do is they bring it out of the hangar like it is a real going on a real bomb raid. They're dressed in the same clothes. All the lights are out for like the air raids and stuff, and they fire up the engines and stuff. And even then, being there and being a skeptic, you can feel the presence of people around you. It's weird. And when you said about that just reminded me of that. And I'm actually going there. It was November, wasn't it? November the 6th. I'm going back there with my dad. So hopefully I'll be able to film it all for you guys, and so you guys can see it as well.
Oh,
that would be awesome.
I read this book, which is what made me start believing mediumship in the first place, and then Kerry, obviously. And I sent off for this book for my father, who was in the terrible predicament that I told you. You can only buy this book secondhand, and I found a copy. I think it might have been on Amazon, and we got the copy. There was only a letter from Ina Twig herself in there, in the pages. It was like meant to be sent to me.
Are you serious? Like, first
no,
of all,
yeah, I
love books. I think the best way to buy a book is secondhand.
Yeah.
And like, one of my pet peeves is when I see a book with a pristine spine and crispy clean pages. I'm like, that means it hasn't been read. And what good is a book if you're not going to read it? You know what I mean? And secondhand ones, it's like somebody has read this, somebody has experienced it and gotten what they're going to get out of it and passed it on for good or bad for somebody else to experience. So I love secondhand books.
Yeah.
But to get a letter from Ina Twig, but also, I mean, if you're looking for a book where you want to know, not when you want what you want to know, but proof that there is afterlife, it's in there.
Okay.
Just because of the caliber of people that she's speaking to. That's what got me into it.
Yeah, like down in them. If they went publicly on like then and said like, "Oh, I believe in this," they would have ended their careers there and then. That'd have been it.
Right.
There's church people in there as well, canon this and canon that, and they're
Crazy.
speaking to that lady.
That's where it goes.
Oh, go on, yeah.
No, go on, Mike.
No, I would say that's where it kind of goes hand in hand with the UFO thing. I mean,
Yeah,
most
yeah.
of the information that you get from high-level officials and priests and things like that have experienced, phenomenon like that, whether it's extraterrestrial or, paranormal, you're going to take them more seriously than you're going to take the random person that's out in the middle of Texas that is probably just doing it for money. So it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Right.
Hi, Marty.
Hey, one final question because we're running over. Yeah.
What is your least favorite thing about being married to a medium?
Oh, careful, Dave. Careful, buddy.
I gotta go now.
Yeah,
Later.
Hey, you don't have to answer that.
That's the end of the
That's
show.
representation. You do not have
My
to answer
least
that.
favourite thing.
It's
there is
all about it, isn't it? That's all I do.
Yeah,
That's true.
See
Actually.
how he's thinking?
Not that it bothers me,
Smart.
but with Kerry, honestly, she has really not told you the half of it. Like I said in the beginning, she lives, sleeps, eats, drinks, speaks paranormal mediumship. This is Kerry's life. It's not just her hobby, it's her life.
Right.
But that doesn't take you away from me or anything like that. Not I get involved in it. But yeah, well, sometimes when I want to watch the football and she's watching Most Haunted.
Yeah, it's
Of course.
Well, yeah, we got to change that.
Yeah. Oh, I got a question.
Yeah.
So, Dave, how do you feel about Kerry's unnatural love for Zach Bagans?
Oh.
Yo, Andy,
you literally just dumped gas on the fire.
Yeah.
It goes along with my unnatural love for
Oh my
Sandra
God.
For who?
So is that y'all's one? So if you guys were gonna forgive each other for one, Dave for you would be Sandra Bullock and Kerry would be
that
Dave,
is my one.
Zach and Dave. You're cool with that?
Yeah.
And Kerry, you're
I'm
cool with
down
that? All right, Kerry, you're cool with that?
Yeah, sure.
Wow. I didn't think there was such thing as a perfect
Very liberal
relationship.
family these days.
We're not
Holy
really
crap.
swingers.
and in England.
Well, here's the thing. I can actually coincide with that because Kerry and I are the same way. My infatuation always star-wise was Jennifer Aniston.
Really?
And
What?
yep, Jennifer
Seriously?
Aniston. But Kerry's was always Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh, good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand that.
So it's like I'm like
Money helps.
I love
listen. I'm not trying to tan that much, and I'm not trying to go to the gym that much. So
sounds like a show better suited for
But
my
in
channel.
truth, look at Kerry and look at me. Look at
Are you kidding me? Dude, you're
I don't need to swing, you know what I mean?
no, you're
Well,
handsome
yeah,
dude,
no.
Dave. You guys are a great
yeah, I
couple.
feel you.
No, you guys are perfect together. Like it just works, like we said before. On that note of like, on that note of like what you say Kerry does, I think people don't they don't see the half of what she actually does. Like the meditation before doing readings and all this. It's not like just hop on the thing and like, oh, there's your reading, see you later. It's like you spend hours preparing for that one moment, and people don't realize this. And like, because I know you said the other day you had somebody that didn't even bother turning up. It's like
yeah, I get that. Yeah.
they don't realize how much effort is put into this, and they take it for granted what you do.
I just think it's sad for the spirit world because they're there, they're waiting. I mean, things happen. Don't get me wrong. We all have lives, and we can't always make appointments. But when you don't hear from the person as well, and it's like, oh, sorry guys, like maybe another time, and you have to send them away, you know. And I just feel really bad for them.
I mean, Kerry will realistically only do 2 readings a day because she has to go and lock herself away for hours, literally. And all I hear is Indian music and chanting.
That's a bad bit too, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm watching the football.
All coming out now.
But it's like I say, it's one of them. It's your gift, but it's like it's your your life. You can't.
Life, exactly that.
This is my gift. It's a back scratcher.
That's a back scratcher?
Yeah, it's a back scratcher.
Nice.
I never showed this to you guys on the other show. It was always the Petri dish. I always had this with me. That's why, this is like become like an icon on the show, and everyone loves when I have the back scratcher. Jeremy has one too. So he started using it. I thought, you know what? I better start bringing this onto the show.
Have we got time to say how Kerry and I met? Because that's quite interesting.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, I'll try and make it as brief as I can. So Kerry and I, we met 13 years ago. We both have the same illness. Although we're sitting here at the moment, we're actually quite ill people. I was bedbound for 8 years. I was 8.5 stone. I had a heart attack, 15 years housebound, in an absolute mess. Kerry came all the way down the motorway for the first time ever on a motorway and came and saw me. My dad absolutely loved you for that. But it wasn't until last year, see, I thought I was just a lucky man. But last year we were speaking to one of your family members, and she happened to say, our family lived in Hackney, where my family lived and all came from, my whole family. And it turns out that my grandparents and my family not only lived in the same road as Kerry's grandparents and her family, but doors away from each other. Now, to put that in perspective for you American guys, London's huge. If I drive around the Orbital Road, which is the M25, it will take me an hour and 15 minutes to get east and west at 70 miles an hour. That's 115 kilometres an hour. There are 3.9 million dwellings in London. For our family to be in a stone's throw from each other and have shops in the area, and they would have known each other. And by the way, we then got shown a black and white picture of something called a charabanc, which is an old coach. It's a single level old coach, big wheels, big windows. And your mum said to me, "Oh yeah, that's my mum and my aunt in that picture."
I think so, yeah.
Then I showed my mum a week later, and she said, "I think that's my Aunt Emmy at the end there."
No.
So I think people were talking up there because we were both very, very unwell at the time, and I think there was a bit of a conversation had upstairs.
Probably they're like, we got to get these two together like now.
It's true. Like these things happen for reasons, and it's like ever since it's the same with like me and Amy, and like what we do here. I think there's a lot in it. Definitely a lot in it. That these things have for reasons, and you guys were meant to be together.
You're about to delete my number.
Oh yeah, like I say, when we got together, I was going through my phone, which we got talking. Then for a year, you ignored me, but we won't even go there. And I was going for my phone. I was about to delete it. Literally about to delete it, and her name popped up as a message, like just as I was about to delete her number.
Oh,
that
wow.
second, and
yeah, she's like, no, hold up, wait a second.
Yeah, sorry to mute you, Nick, but we couldn't.
No, it's because of I know it's because of the music, and I don't really have another spot to put the laptop at because you saw everything else has been taken over on the booth table.
No, that's totally fine. But Dave, it's been a pleasure having you on. Absolute pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
Dave, I'm sorry.
Available, we've got to have you on.
Yeah, I'm really enjoyed myself, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure in return. Really, really enjoyed meeting you all and speaking to you. It's been great.
Can we have Dave back again, please?
Yes, please.
We are going to do
it. Won't be as interesting next time. I've told all my stories now.
I'm sorry I didn't have any questions, but next time I will.
Not at all. Don't worry.
We've learned more about Kerry tonight, Dave, than the whole time we've known her.
I don't know. I think we learned an awful lot about Kerry on my show.
My message I've been getting from Kerry.
I suppose. All right.
I'm going to be looking over that photo every time now and realize, yeah, that kind of does look like me.
That's not kind of does. That does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, no, let me rephrase that. You're right. Wow. It does look like me.
Freaks me out, actually.
That freaks me out too. I'm thinking, am I reincarnated?
Especially because I remember my brother younger like you are, and you're very, very similar. Very similar.
Wow.
But if what was I say there? Sorry. What did I say there? I completely forgot. Apologies. I just
game music.
Yeah, that's coming from Jeremy's computer.
Dude,
I'm looking around. I'm like, oh.
It's just one of the symptoms of the man flu. It's forgetfulness. It's all it is. It's just we understand.
I look a lot better than I actually feel. I could be deaf, but anyway, don't start. Anyway, we'll smash a few questions, but Dave, yeah, we're going to have you on again. Definitely, I think for the Dreaming show, I think we're going to do or something. But yeah, we've got to hear more, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. And Kerry, if you have any more things going on in your house, please tell us. Don't keep it from us anymore. Like the seeing the dogs and stuff. We need to see
all these ghost videos. She's not told you. Ghost
like
pictures.
proof of
She's
the paranormal that you're
Just holding out.
but yeah, so we'll do the questions, guys. It's just a bit of fun. It's called a shot in the dark. Yeah, Dave, you know what we do. You've seen this before.
He's like, no, I don't watch it.
Yeah. But yeah, so just a few questions before we finish. So the first one is true or false. Have I done this one before?
Hello, Psychic Soldier.
I'm Psychic Soldier.
Okay, yeah. True or false? Crucifixion is still used as a method of capital punishment in Saudi Arabia.
True.
Say again.
True.
Crucifixion is still a method of
true.
capital
Really?
punishment.
They do everything.
I didn't know. Wow, I did not even know
I'll say
that.
true.
No, we're saying true or false.
Yeah, true or false?
True.
I'm saying true.
I'm gonna have to go with true. Yeah, because like, wow.
Anybody else? I think it's got to be true.
T-Bone says
I'm
true.
gonna say nothing's gonna surprise me from that end of the
Where's
the world.
Ed? Come on, Ed.
At least
Oh, Ed's fishing today. That's where he is. I forgot. He's like fishing.
Please do so.
Give the
But yeah,
rest of
it is. Oh, so the window's open. It is true. Alongside the more commonly used methods of hanging and beheading, they still use.
Oh wow.
I can only imagine that
Chantel said false.
it's probably an ultimate insult to a Muslim, perhaps, to be crucified on a Christian cross.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, probably is. Yeah, possibly nuts. So I'm not going to Saudi Arabia anytime soon. Next one is 60. This is a good one for you, Dave. 66% of London Underground users say that a wait of how many minutes is too long?
10.
How many minutes is too long to wait on the London Underground?
10 minutes.
I'm going to say 12.
Now, when you say London Underground, do you mean the subway
Yeah.
or the tubes? Okay.
Not the band.
Now let's say 5 to be fair.
I'm going to say 2 minutes.
T says 3.
You're waiting for a train. It's delayed. How long is too long to London Underground users?
I don't know. I would say like a minute because they're
Yeah.
normally
I mean, when we were there, they were bang on.
We'll say if it's late at all, people start getting pissed off within the first 10 seconds. So
I'm gonna say 2 minutes. T says 3. Oh my god!
Hell yeah!
Yes. Thought I'd also introduce myself as the scary story host. I brought the cloak with too.
Oh yeah. Chantel says 5 minutes. Natalie says 15 minutes.
15. I think you'd have walked by then.
I said 10, so
it is 5 minutes. So Chantel, you bang on. Yeah.
What was the question?
Yeah.
it was
I'll probably less than that.
in the London Underground. How long is too long to wait for a late train? Basically,
20 minutes.
yeah, it was 5. The answer was 5.
Oh, it was 5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then we'll go last one.
Last one.
Listen, Nick is the only person I know that can like literally answer a question wrong after the answer's been given.
You're actually right on that. You really are right on that.
I'm just playing with you, Nick. You know I love you.
Yeah, I know. I know you do.
All right, this is a good one. For how long has the longest continuous fire been burning?
Oh,
We had this question before.
Wasn't it the
Or no,
that was the mine. No,
that was the
wasn't that
9/11
the
one.
No, that was no.
the
This
longest
the
continuous fire being burning.
longest one I know of is there's Centralia, Pennsylvania. That's been burning since 1962 and could burn for another 250 more years.
What about the Olympic torch?
Are we including the Olympic torch
I was gonna say, yeah, the Olympic torch. They never put that out.
from Olympus?
Shout.
Mad scientist, Dr. Gumbo.
That man loves his gumbo.
It's got to be 100 years.
I can identify with
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
got to be, yeah.
I would say the Olympic torch, easy.
Georgie boy's been on fire.
All right, fine. Either the Olympic torch or Centralia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but how long? How long are you going for?
100 years.
101.
Years.
Like I said, the one in Centralia was since
I know he's gonna one up
1962. For almost 60 years now.
5,500 years.
No,
Oh, wow.
I know there's one that's been burning longer than Centralia, which Silent Hill was based on. But,
Yep, that's where Silent Hill came from.
I don't know. I don't have a guess. I'm going to say 248 years.
I think somebody's been Googling.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm at a con. I don't have time to look it up.
Chantel, you're almost bang on. It's the underground Australian coal seam called Burning Mountain.
Oh, so it's just like Centralia. It's just like Centralia then. It's an underground mine fire.
If we were going to say underground, then we've got the Earth's core. That's been blowing for
billions of years.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do that one.
Yeah.
So what was the final answer on it?
That is, it's the underground Australian coal seam called Burning Mountain. It's been burning for 6,000 years.
Wow.
6,000 years?
6,000 years.
No wonder we've got climate change, eh?
How do they measure that? How do they know how long it's been burning for?
Someone's crossing off days down there.
No, I'm sure. I know you actually. You're
There's a marks on the wall.
I'm sure you know it, like for sure.
Go on then.
Wow.
Which country is the largest producer of heroin?
Heroin?
Mexico.
Mexico.
No, China.
China?
Well, wait, no. Oh, wait, no. I'm
Colombia.
gonna have to go with Mexico.
Colombia?
South
You
America.
got- who's-
It could be Colombia, yeah. It
Yeah,
definitely
it could be like from somewhere from South
Aren't they
America.
more
So
cocaine? Don't they produce cocaine?
Brighton.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Probably.
Troy, New York.
Russia.
Russia? I'm going to go UK.
I'm gonna have to go with either Colombia. I'm gonna go with either.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm gonna have to go with either Colombia or Bolivia.
the largest country to produce heroin.
Yeah.
You guys, your full country could fit in the bottom half of our state. Like, I don't understand how that's the largest country.
Which one of your cities?
You're producing a lot of heroin over there, if that's the
Oh my
case.
God.
Who is it? Who is it then?
Tom.
Afghanistan. Oh yeah, Afghanistan. Yeah.
Is it? Oh, yeah, because the opium
Yeah,
fields.
it's one of those.
You wonder why they're all jacked up over there.
I say it as if I know. All the opium fields.
Yeah.
90%. Yeah. If you want any heroin, go to Afghanistan.
Nope, I'm good.
But anyway, we have run over
Is that why
time
they call the
tonight.
troop there, do you think?
It's been an awesome show. It's been amazing talking to you, Dave. Thank you so much for coming on.
I loved it. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have you on again. It's been a crack. What have we got coming up? Sunday, the second part to our negative doll unboxing is coming out. These are not to be tampered with. But it's coming out Sunday, and hopefully we'll be filming some more videos next week. Oh my days! I've got.
Oh, there's a doll for you. Send
This
it.
is from Adrienne. This is her doll that she has, and the top of it is actually made out of glass. So
Are you selling it?
Yeah.
no, we're not selling it.
Everything's got a price. Let's start bidding.
Yeah. Everybody's got their price.
Okay. Oh wait, Nick. Wait, what? Okay, Nick. Don't throw your toys. It's okay to get it wrong.
Guys, please check out Kerry's Etsy page. Go buy Etsy page.
What?
Hefty,
He's
take it away.
poorly, Amy. He's poorly.
He tried.
Hefty, you take it away. You know how to do this bit. I'm shit at this bit.
Come on,
I
Hefty.
got you.
And guys, also, I'll be broadcasting. I'm going to hopefully try and broadcast this live. If it's not, it's probably going to be through the network or from someone else. But tomorrow night is when we have the world's largest ghost hunt here at the Masonic Temple in Salina, Kansas. So stay tuned because we'll be broadcasting through the network. So it'll be on the Pun Network. So you guys will be able to tune into it, even though it's going to go away. Tom, Amy, and Kerry, obviously, because you guys are 6 hours ahead of us. You guys will probably most likely may see it, while we're still up. So, Adam, Marty, I don't know about you guys, but hopefully you guys can stay up for it.
You know I'm up in the middle of the night. I see your poll is at 3 o'clock in the morning, dude.
I'll try it one more time, right? Check out. No.
Nope, forget
Buy stuff from Kerry's Etsy shop. Check out Tom and Amy's videos on Tom and Amy Paranormal Mysteries on YouTube. Check out my channel at heftv.com, YouTube, or youtube.com/heftv. We got go see Nick down in Salina, Kansas. Check it out. Broadcasting soon on the Pod Network. And Marty,
yes,
we love Marty.
Yeah, we love Marty.
That's all we know about. That is all we know about Marty, is that we just love Marty.
The less you know, the better. Trust me.
That's right. Yes.
All right then,
Check
guys.
out his
Thank you,
UFO
Hefty.
page.
Right.
Yeah,
I do-
that's
I do
right.
have
Yeah,
a
you're
UFO
right. You're
page.
right. Upstate New York. Yeah. Check out Marty's UFO page. No, it's Upstate New York UFO and Paranormal on Facebook. Thanks to everybody in the chat.
Yes, thank
Yes,
you.
that's a great
You
giveaway in
guys
the
are
chat for joining
amazing.
us tonight.
Special shout out to Dave, because Dave is the man. Hopefully we'll have Dave back again. And this is not my outro. This is yours, Tom. Where are you?
But yeah, everyone take it steady. Enjoy the rest of your week. We love you all, and we will see you next Friday.
Yes.
See you later.
Take care.
Stay spooky.